Prem Namaste, Vanakkam and humble pranams. Welcome to a fresh new look Sunday Sadhana as we embrace the spring season after our long wintry days. Today's episode takes us back in time as we unlock some gems within our ancient scriptures. For our mind, we meet with esteemed scholar Sri Angajan at the Vishnu Mandir in Chatsworth. And for our health, we meet Pandit Roshan Singh, who takes us through some time-tested alternative methods of healing. That well-known temple with the imposing Lord Hanuman Murti in Chatsworth was recently host to a course entitled Unlocking the Secrets of Karma Yoga. Sunday Sadhana attended to learn more of how the Bhagavad Gita can play such a vital role in the hustle and bustle of today's times.
The Sri Vishnu Temple Council has taken a decision to have Angajan ji here to do chapter 3 of the Gita. It's based on Karma Yogi, and we've decided that we need to take off the gems of the Gita. Karma Yoga is based on action, and we believe that the devotees of the Sri Vishnu Temple Society base their lives on action rather than Jnana Yoga knowledge or learning spiritual knowledge.
We are studying the third chapter of the Bhagavad Gita entitled Karma Yoga, which is the yoga of action. The chapter basically talking about how we can transform our day-to-day activities, whether it is business, profession, household activity, whatever it is, into as an oblation to God. So this chapter is very important for Hindus to understand and how we can transform our life. Therefore, this chapter was chosen to study in depth. When we go to our day-to-day activities, one of the things that happens to most of us, we get caught up with the worries and anxieties. So when you're at work, we are either thinking about the regrets of the past or anxieties of the future. As a result, we are not able to focus upon the present action. So this particular chapter is analyzing how exactly we can disconnect ourselves from the regrets and anxieties and focus upon the present action. When we go to the temple and attend satsang and spiritual activity, it is a process of vaccinating our mind. When we are in the company of like-minded people, we exchange similar thought vibration. And when we go back, we actually take that thought vibration and make the house also spiritually vibrant. So it is not that just while we are in the temple we experience the spiritual vibration. When we go home also, we shed that spiritual vibration to those people who did not come to the temple.
After satsang, we always feel fully charged. Battery is rejuvenated for the next day or next week. And now it seems that we've charged for a lifetime on learning what's happening in the Bhagavad Gita. The public itself is enjoying the discourses. It's knowledge that they've never thought of. They've never thought of seeing the Bhagavad Gita and the light that Sri Angajan ji is giving us.
You got to act in the world, wishing the welfare of everybody. Never ever wish other people suffering, even when somebody has done some harm to you. So when Bhagavad Gita says, wishing the welfare of the world.
Every human being should have a manual at birth. And the Bhagavad Gita is our manual for living. And we should actually indulge in it, get our answers from it, and live a better life.
It is indeed a very inspiring experience to be able to share the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita to the seekers of truth. It fills with a lot of joy, satisfaction, a deep sense of contentment. At the end of the day, that's what, it's my spiritual journey as well.
The Atharvana Veda, the last of the 4 Vedas that we still have today, contains, amongst others, a section dedicated to Ayurveda, an intricate system of healing that originated in India thousands of years ago, as well as astrology, which remains an important facet in the lives of many Hindus. we meet Pandit Roshan Singh as he shares some tips with us on these and other alternate methods of healing to help bring balance in our busy lives today.
My role function actually in society is as an officiating Hindu Pandit, which I've been practicing for many, many years actually. My main focus is body, mind and spirit healing. The Vedic culture says that the problem is that we are experiencing in life in terms of our health again is deep-seated karma. And then you got to look at the person himself. You got to look at the condition of his mind. You got to look at ahar, vihar, and prakriti, means the environment in which he lives, the state of the consciousness that prevails in the individual. If I have to see a patient and we have to deal with any particular issue, for instance, if he has a bodily problem, then we got to actually consider what makes that individual have those symptoms in his life. What is the cause of that? Generally, in the modern world, we would look at we were treating the symptoms, whereas the Vedas actually reveal all this wonderful knowledge to us to deal with the cause of the problem. Our body basically comprises of not only just this physical body that we see. We're dealing with our mind, and the mind actually is dealing with emotions, it's dealing with good and bad, it's dealing with stress, it's dealing with strain, it's dealing with anxiety. We're also dealing with the spirit. Apart from doing a pulse diagnosis of the individual or doing a test on the individual in terms of some breathing exercises to determine whether their chakras actually are not aligned. Most people actually, we have chakras that are not balanced and not aligned because we have our life that is all confused. I would advise the individual to actually have chakra balancing or crystal healing, etc. And the results from that is phenomenal. Each crystal produces its own energy. I'm not the energetic that actually does that work. Therefore, we don't take any credit for what I'm doing because God actually has given us these different crystals and gems, etc., that can be used in healing individuals. If you look at Vedic astrology, it's showing from the very moment when an individual appears in this world, his horoscope, which in Sanskrit we will say Janam Kundali. And once the astrological readings are determined, you know from the very moment of birth which planets rule at different segments of his life, what planets conjoin with them, and in determining the horoscope of the individual, one is able to determine without the individual indicating what is going on in his life, the horoscope would reveal that. It is not fortune telling because it is scientific, coming from past, and the doings of the past becomes the happenings of the present.
If you're looking for any guidance in terms of a job, career, home, relationship, the outcomes of the astrological readings as well as the spiritual instructions from Panditji will definitely lead to a peaceful and a successful life.
I'm happy that I looked at astrology together with numerology, palmistry, crystal gemstone healing, chakra balancing, because it gives me the opportunity to look at life holistically. We should be mindful of our present doings to pave our way for a better life. It's not a question of believing or not believing in karma. It's a reality. Let me stop for a moment in my life and do some good. And imagine everybody in this world stops for a moment and he does some good for somebody else, we can make heaven on earth today.
The peace, calm and tranquility that we all yearn for so much. Another tip from the Bhagavad Gita says, on this spiritual path, effort never goes to waste and there is no failure. Even a little effort towards spiritual awareness will protect you from the greatest fear. So keep up the sadhana and best wishes to those observing the month of Partasi. Until next week, Om Shanti.